I hear you about that. It's kind of weird that we actually got through an NFL season. Like, I thought that at some point the season would stop and shut down for a couple weeks, and we had bubbles and all this other stuff in other sports. But honestly, like, I think it's been everybody's saving grace that we actually had sports this year in spite of all the kerfuffles that, each league was dealing with their own issues. It has been a big relief, I think, that we got through this NFL season as, emotionally taxing as it's been to cover the NFL and have all the restrictions. But, hey, we did it, and I think, honestly, we're all going to need a nice long break once the season's over.
For sure. I never would have expected 256 games to happen in the NFL after what we saw in the NHL, the NBA, Major League Baseball, all of collegiate sports. It's pretty miraculous. And the fact that 12 games coming up this weekend still have meaning is kind of proof that it was a success, even though it was pretty difficult. What was one of your highlights this year?
Man, I think it was, for the team that I covered, the Minnesota Vikings, they were 1-5 to start, and then they clawed their way back to getting just, right around the 500 mark, and then they, blow their chance to make the playoffs because they lose to teams like Dallas, and then they lose to the Bears, and obviously the embarrassment that you saw defensively against the Saints last week. They were just, such a hard team to figure out this year because, they made moves that would suggest that they were all in, and then they were clearly rebuilding on defense. So, it was just a lot. I'd say probably we covered a lot of games at home this year because my company didn't travel us. And I'll say that was kind of a tough adjustment at first. I definitely would never want to cover games like this permanently, but kind of a nice break that you can take it all in and you can, watch back the game right away and, just having, a more seamless post-game process. I don't know if that's highlighted a moment. There's been some great games this year. It was awesome to watch Dalvin Cook and Derrick Henry jockey back and forth for a couple weeks there for the rushing lead. I think just kind of making it through the year, that to me was an accomplishment. That's what I'm most proud of, that in such a tough year, we all made it somehow.